This is the 2025 FOREX Trading Empire Mentorship Program Lecture 6, and the topic for this lecture is Elementary Trade Setup. We have talked about lots of reference points from this Elementary Trade Setup. We have discussed about most and the major reference points that lead to a trade setup. Now, in this lecture, we're going to talk about liquidity void and gap. Liquidity void and gap is the gap between two candles from the closing price to the opening price. So between the gap between a closing price and an opening price, in a higher time frame or weekly time frame, or there's a base of the closing of this week and the opening of the next week, there's a gap between price, or there's a liquidity void between price. This can happen on a 1 minute, on a 5 minute time frame, on a 15-minute time frame, on a 4-hour time frame. But what the gap or the liquidity void is trying to tell you is that during that time period, there's a change in price which wasn't fully registered on the candlestick chart, which means there's a liquidity void. There's a no trading during that time from the opening to the closing price, or from the closing price to the opening price. So from that closing price to the opening price, there is a no trading zone within that time, and that no trading zone will appear on a chart as a gap or a liquidity void. And you want to note those gap or liquidity void on your chart, because price will reference back to it to feel it is still a liquidity. It's the same thing to a fair value gap. It reacts to it like a fair value gap. It only have few characteristics that is different from a fair value gap, because price will always seek to fill it with a full candle body. So understanding liquidity void and gap is one of the major reference points to understand once we go further into these lectures. Now, let's talk about liquidity void. On the liquidity void, from the closing price to the opening price, the gap between the closing price to the opening price, if there is no candle wick within that gap, in which that during that time from the closing price to the opening price, there's no candle wick between that area, showing that a candlestick have filled the gap, that is a liquidity void. That is a clear liquidity void. It's showing you that from the closing price to the opening price, there was an inactive trading period within that time, which is a liquidity void, and price will reference back to it. So make sure you note areas like this, because these are major reference points to note on the chart to know if where will price reverse or where will price react. While a liquidity void, now we talked about a liquidity void where there's no candle wick within the gap, while in a liquidity gap there's a candles wick within the gap. During that gap, there's a candles wick. It's telling you that on lower time frame, price have traded back to that liquidity void and filled it with a candles wick. But it's still a reference point, because we are looking for a full candle close inside the gap. Now, since there's no full candle close, only a wick, we'll call it a liquidity gap, not a liquidity void. They have some sort of different price reaction when price trades to either of them. A liquidity void, price will look to fill it completely, while a liquidity gap, price will look to react from it, only looking at it as a reference point, not to fill the gap completely, because price already traded through the liquidity void. Now it's now a gap in price. Make sure you mark out areas like this on your chart. Now, understanding liquidity void and liquidity gap is one of the major things, which means you need to go into your chart and try to identify it. But before going into your chart to identify it, let's know the major liquidity void and gap. Now, there are lots of liquidity void and gap when you're using some currency pairs, maybe stock, if you're using stock pairs or indices. There's a lot of gap in price, but the major ones for you to put your focus on is going to be the new week opening gap. Now, on the weekly time frame, if you identify the gap in price from the closing price on Friday to the opening price on Sunday evening. Now, the gap between those opening price, from that closing price to the opening price, you want to note that every week, because there's a high chances that there's a liquidity void or a liquidity gap during that time period, because there's a large majority of time where there's an inactive trading period within that time, because we know that when price close on Friday, there's not going to be any trading on Saturday and on Sunday till Sunday evening. So during that time period, the price of that currency pair must change. I've seen it lots of times. I've changed major times, sometimes giving you a big gap range. Now, during those trading, when there is no trading activity going on, you want to note those areas out. You want to note those change in price from that Friday closing price to the opening price on Sunday evening every week, because those are major liquidity void and gap. Now, new day opening gap. New day opening gap, you're mostly going to identify it on the index futures, where I think the FOREX is more cleaner in that FOREX is already closed for, I think it's around just 5 minutes. FOREX is mostly closed every day, just 5 minute close, but the index market is around an hour plus, sometimes an hour. I think it's an hour. So during that 1 hour closing price where there's no trading activity, that change in price, you want to note that out at your early stage, knowing that liquidity gap or liquidity void. High impact news, liquidity void. So whenever there's a high impact news and you see price leaving a liquidity void or a liquidity gap, you want to note out those liquidity areas, those liquidity void and liquidity gap, because that is a high and a major liquidity void and gap. Now I'm going to go to the chart because I'm trying to make it more practical. I'm going to go to the chart. I'm going to identify a new week opening gap, how to mark out your new week opening gap, and how to mark up your new day opening gap. So on the weekly time frame of Euro USD. Now on the weekly time frame of Euro USD, I'm going to identify the weekly open range gap. So you can call it a new week open range gap, or you call it a weekly open range gap. Now, in this new week open range gap, on a weekly time frame, you can see that there's a gap in price. You can see here's a gap in price. You see there's a gap in price here, and there's a gap in price here, and there's still a gap in price here. Now, this is a gap in price identified with only from the closing price of the weekly time frame to the opening price of the new candle. This, to identify it using this way, is still better, but in order for you to get more details, which I would advise is the best way for you to identify a new week opening gap, is going down into lower time frame, like the 5 minutes, looking at the price of the previous week closing price, identifying the price of the previous week closing price, then identifying the price of the new week opening price, then use a horizontal line to place it from the closing price to the opening price. Now let's do it on this week, before the trading time of this week. Now let's go to the 5 minutes. We're going to scroll through so we get to that price action. Now here's the 5 minutes. Now on this 5 minute time frame, you can see the closing price. Let's take out this horizontal so that we can identify it again. Here's Friday's closing price. Let's use a line first before we use a horizontal. Friday closing price, Sunday opening price. Here's Sunday's opening price. Now, when you use the 5 minutes, you can look at it as a liquidity void, because clearly you can see there's a liquidity void between this trading period from the closing price to the opening price. There's a liquidity void. You want to note this liquidity void, and throughout the week, price will reference back to this price range, and you can see how price is referencing back to it. Fill the range again, reacted from the range, came back to run through the range. It's going to be like a stormy block, which in further module or in further lecture, I'm going to explain more on how to use areas like this and what to expect when price trades to a new week opening gap. Now you use a horizontal to identify it. Now, during reviews and live classes, I'm mostly going to note it and set the color at white. It's going to be like this. This is how I normally set my new week opening gap so that I don't get confused. I use a different layout to set it. I don't use it on my main chart layout so that I don't keep my chart messy. But this is how to identify a new week opening gap. Now let's identify a new day opening gap. For this, we'll be using an index so that we can get the in-depth of what we're trying to explain. First, let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you can see a liquidity gap in price. Here's a liquidity gap. Here's a liquidity gap. Now, to get more details, you go to the 5 minutes and look at the previous day closing price to the new day opening price from this liquidity gap. So let's go to the 5 minutes. The same way you're looking at me identifying it from a higher time frame. You can only do this on a higher time frame perspective, but when you see a liquidity void on a 15 minutes, you just note it on how I noted the daily time frame new week opening gap. Now, here's the new day opening gap. You can see the liquidity void from the closing price of the previous day to the opening price of the next day, because there's a 1 hour difference. There's a 1 hour closing time on index future. It's not the same thing to forex. So I think in forex, you can in most cases, you wouldn't see a gap between the closing price of a candle to the opening price of a candle. It's only on some major cases where, like an FOMC week, you can find price actions like that. But on the index future, you can mostly identify gaps like this from the closing price of the previous candle to the opening price. So you can see the gap in price. And you can see how price is referencing back to the gap, trying to fill the gap completely, which you can see this is a liquidity void from the closing price, opening price, liquidity void. Price came back, fill out the void before trading higher. The same thing goes to the other week. You can see closing price. So that's why I like to use the lower time frame to get the exact point. Closing price to the opening price. Liquidity void. Identify your liquidity void. And look at how price, mostly when price is inside the liquidity void, you're going to see choppy price movement, consolidation within that price range. If you go back to this price movement here, you can see when price was trying to fill the liquidity void, you can see how price was moving back and forth till price finally filled it completely, did a retracement, moving back and forth between candles to trade off. I will explain more on how to use it on further modules. So it's going to be on a review, and I'll talk about the new day opening gap and the new week opening gap. But for now, the assignment I'm going to give in this lecture is go through your 1 minute, 5 minute, try to see how price creates a liquidity void or a liquidity gap. On the 5 minutes, you can mostly identify it. There are some cases on the 5 minutes, on the 1 minute, where you will see liquidity void. Like on the 5 minutes, let's look at this price action. You can see here is a liquidity gap from the closing price to this opening price, the liquidity gap. So you identify it, go to the weekly time frame, use the same method I use in identifying this in this example, in this few example I gave you guys. So go through your chart, make sure you do the practical part of it, because that's one of the major parts, which we'll talk about in the next lecture. I think that's all for this lecture. See you guys in the next lecture.